What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Rank 1 Meta Custom Tactics update. Every single week for the rest of the year, we're going to have a weekly tactics video. And today we're going to go with a starting one. 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2, 4-3-2-1, and 4-4-2. We're going to go through all the tactics and instructions. As usual, typically speaking, this would be the formation to start the game with, the more conservative approach and the one to close out the game. Then you have the 4-4-2, which is, or 4-2-2, same thing really. But this one with the CDMs, this is for one to, I would say, be more attacking. You got two strikers as opposed to one striker. So you can see you got one striker here, you got two strikers here. Then you have the third variation, which is now you got three strikers in a 4-3-2-1. And then you got the pressing tactic if you are losing or if you want to basically get control of the game again. So we're going to go through them all as well. Let's start off with the 4-2-3-1. Now, this is the exact same ones I put on my video. Balanced, 47 width, 39 depth. I've explained the depth video in my 4-2-3-1 video again. You can always check that out on my channel if you want to see more. Long ball, forward runs, 60 width, 6 players inside the box. Now this would be the formation that I start the game with. I'm going to show you the instructions. We've got stay central, get it behind, stay forward. You need a top tier striker here. You need a second striker here. You put this player on stay forward and you put the lamb and the ram, both of them on balanced. Stay forward, balanced, balanced. Both CDMs are cut passing lanes, double attacking cover center, and left back, right back, stay back, overlap. Now, goalkeepers on balance, by the way. Now, what's important? If you are, let's say I'm winning inside a game. Let's say I start the game with this 4-2-3-1. But let's say, for example, I'm coming towards 70 minutes and I'm winning, let's say 2-0. What I'll do is I'll pause the game and I'll put this to either balanced or slow build-up play. And then I'll put everyone on comeback and offense. Like this. So this way, this formation acts as two purposes. Number one, it's used to start the game with, but around 70 minutes, I also use this formation to close the game out as well. So you can do both at the same time with this formation, because we haven't got, I wish there was more slots, but we've only got 4 slots. If you want to get better at FC24, I do have an FC24 FIFA School Series. But before you skip ahead, what if I told you if you don't get better after 1 month, I'll refund you your money? I can say that because I've been running this school for many years and thousands of people have already joined and even stay on. We go over complete in-depth gameplay tutorials showing you the theory of it and then showing you gameplay examples in a structured format. Unlike my YouTube channel, they are a progressive learning system teaching you everything from the core mechanics to the meta so you can get better as a whole with explanations that go beyond the scope of my YouTube channel. FC School has already started with new videos coming out every single week. These videos will adjust to the recent patches and updates so you can stay up to date and ahead of your competition. So come join thousands of others in a mature community for those looking to get better. Patreon.com/nilguides or click the link down below. Now when you join, we already have a library of hundreds of videos, more than my YouTube channel in fact, with new FC24 videos getting added constantly so you never run out of content. Remember, the biggest mistake people make is they spend thousands of dollars on FIFA points every single year thinking a team will make them better, but it won't. But now it's time for you to make that change. And don't forget, if you don't get better after 1 month, just send me a message and I'll refund your money. That is the Nil Guides guarantee. Patreon.com/NilGuides. Link is down below in the description or click on the pinned comment below. Then we've got the 4-2-2. Now, likewise, similar to the 4-2-3-1, it's identical except for you have two strikers. That's why you need two strikers, because like you see in the 4-2-3-1, I play one of my strikers, the cam, Dabinia, or a winger. So it's kind of the same thing here. So I've got Son and Morgan in striker, and then the wide players, don't forget these are wingers here. Don't be deceived. Don't think Lamb and Ram mean central cams. You need wingers here. It's the exact same formation. The only difference is that we have two strikers now and no CDM. See that? So we've got tactics balance, 55 width, 60 depth. We increase the depth as well, so we can apply pressure off the ball when we don't have possession. Build up play, long ball again. So more and more pros are using this, guys. More and more pro players are using long ball. And it's always been effective. Chance creation, forward runs, 45 width. Now, if you want to and you prefer direct passing on a 4-2-2, be my guest, and if you want to, change it to direct passing. Me personally, I think the 4-2-3-1 forward runs makes the biggest difference in my opinion, and the 4-2-2 plays the exact same way because you have these cams. They're not really, you can't put, for example, these players to get in behind. That is why I prefer a long ball on them, because otherwise, how else are they going to get forward? You have to rely on your ability to use L1 triggers. Now you got to ask yourself, are you using L1 triggers enough? If you're not, then they're not going to move. They're going to stand there and be static. So long ball is imperative. 45 width, players in the box, we have them on 4, and corners and free kicks, we have them on 2, but you can adjust that however you want. Both strikers stay central, get it behind. One of them's on stay forward, other ones will come back in defense. The idea behind this is you have your main striker a bit more forward and the second striker just behind. So when you win the ball back, at least you're going to have one striker that's kind of standing off the opponent's defensive line, not man for man. Because when you're man for man, basically, you're too close. But that little gap gives you that space to maneuver up against one of the defenders to turn, etc., etc. Lam ram both of them on comeback and offense, get into the box for a cross. That way they just come back, they're defending a 4-4-2 because you haven't got that central player. Both CDMs are cut passing lane, step out attacking cover center. Now this is important. The most attacking player here, you'd put them on balance. So O'Hara, what I realistically do is, it looks a bit all over the place, but what I actually do is, this is the way it looks, right? He gets subbed off and she gets subbed off. So Lorente goes there. So your most attacking player, you can leave them on balanced or get forward. Now, the reason why I leave them on stay back is because I trigger my CDMs forward. If you're a rank 1, rank 2, rank 3 player, you should be doing this anyway, naturally. Always triggering your CDM forward yourself. If you're not at that rank and you find yourself struggling to trigger the L1 button, you can leave it on balance. That way you have that third person coming in and creating a 5 vs 4 overload against your opponent's back 4. So that's what I'd recommend in terms of that. So this would be the formation. If I'm struggling with a 4-2-3-1, I'll then go to the 4-2-2. Both CDMs are cut passing as usual. One I'm on get forward or balanced. And left back, right back, both of them on stay back. And if you want to, you can put overlap if you want to. Doesn't make a difference really. Because they're not going to be overlapping. Then we go over to the other formation, the 4-3-2-1. And this is probably one of the formation uploaded early on today. Is one of the better formations inside the game. A lot of the pros are really flocking to this formation. The idea is you have 3 strikers. So you can kind of see we're trying to be a bit more conservative. So you've got 1 striker, 2 strikers, and this one we have 3 strikers up front. So let's say you really can't get through with 2 strikers. The good thing is you have 3 midfielders as well. So this formation equally can defend very well, but also can attack in a 3-striker formation. We haven't done anything funky like defending in a 4-4-2. We haven't done anything like that just yet. We may experiment with something later on in the year, but as it stands now, I'm packing out the midfield because we have a formation with like basically that defends in a 4-4. This defends in a 4-4-2. That's 4-4-2, and that's basically 4-4-2. So I want a different variation, so I put them on 3. So we got instead of tactics, should I say first, balance, defensive. Width 47, I think. We don't forget we're centralized in the middle with this formation, guys. So we've got the width on 47. Depth 60. I explained this in a video, or should be yesterday. If you struggle, you can put this on below 45. I wouldn't go above 71. You will know where you're by yourself, your own skill level. You can always use team press inside the game. Now, I think because you have 3 players, it's not really the best for pressing in a 3 midfield. So I've got it on balance. They still press very well. And you can kind of tune it yourself. If I'm really struggling, I may put pressure on heavy touch on myself, but most times I'm balanced. Build up plays balanced. You can use long ball here as well. I actually prefer balanced on the 4-3-2-1, but if you're more of a quicker player, I'd recommend definitely putting long ball on this formation over there. For the chance question, I think for direct passing, it works better with the 4-3-2-1, especially this year. I use forward runs. It's a bit of a weird one. I can't explain. For some formations, it works well. That's why you see some of the pros that use forward runs or some formations, and most of them they use direct passing. I personally think that for this formation, direct pass is the best. It's just the way these 3 strikers make runs in behind, but you really got to trigger them with your midfielder. That's the key thing here. With 45, the 3 strikers are centralized together anyway, so you don't really need. This is more of just like this team width, I would say, as opposed to strikers. And 7 players inside the box, because every single time we get the cutback, we want everyone to join in. Pretty self-explanatory. Corners and free kicks as you want to. I've got them on 3. Now, 3 strikers. I put all 3 of them on stay forward, getting behind. Now, I want all 3 of these players to be up against my opponent's 2 centre backs or 3 centre backs if they're playing a 5 back. That's why I've done it. You may not want that, and you may want to put these players on the exact same, but leave them on balance. So that way, if you get the ball with your left centre mid, you're not going to have 3 players in the middle. You could have, for example, let's say Son, he might run down the wing. So if you want to use the wing play in this formation, put the wider players on balance. Again, they've got to be fast players here. So I got 2 strikers here and I got a winger there. I've then dropped a winger to, well, it should be on this side actually. Let's quickly move this around actually. That was moved back for the video explanation. But yeah, what you want to do is you want Your CDM is, as I said on yesterday's video, is the most important thing. Stay back, cover center, center edge of the box. This player's got like a Valverde, will be perfect. He's got to be able to run back. But if you lose the ball, this is going to be your only player that's back. So you got to bear that in mind. Left center mid, stay back, right while attacking, and the left center mid, stay back as well. Now, again, this is a very important one. Depending on your skill level, I would recommend this. Okay, this is what I would recommend. Get forward and balanced. But if you use this formation and you know you're struggling, then just put one of them on stay back, and that way you have the support. So you can put your other center mid. So if you're playing in a 4-4-2, so I've got Llorente here and Stanway, they both on them on stay back. Again, adjust this for your playstyle, guys. I don't want to hear anyone in the comments saying, "Oh, I got destroyed by the 4-3-2-1." Well, if you know you're getting destroyed, then put one of them on stay back while attacking. It's that simple, but change it, guys. Don't be afraid. You have to adapt this to your own playstyle. You know, if you're sitting here and you're a rank 5 player and you're like, okay, you know what? I can't have both of these players on balance because I'm struggling. Then change it. If you expect the formation is going to work for you exactly how it is, yes, mine typically do because they're made for the average player. But if you don't change it for your own playstyle and you don't have to defend, you're going to struggle. So change it. Don't blame the tactics. Sort your own gameplay out first. I'm going to tell you this honestly and candidly. Stay back and overlap for both the left back and right back. I explained yesterday how you can make the fullbacks go forward if you want to. I've already explained that in yesterday's video. So make sure you check that out. Left back, right back have to be quick. And as I said, we sub someone on here. And just ignore Concert and Van der Ven. But we sub one. Van der Ven normally goes to the center. And then maybe I'll sub one here, Lawrence, something like that. So that's what you got to bear in mind. That is the 4-3-2-1. Then we go to the balance tactic first, actually. For chemistry purpose, we just put everyone on comeback and offense like this. So put everyone on comeback and offense. This is just the anti-kickoff tactic. So let's say we go inside the game and my opponent kicks off first. By default, you start on balance, right? So this is just saying to the game, okay, if I don't have possession, then I want everyone to be basically staying on back. I put conservative on as well so they don't step out. But if my opponent kicks off first, I'm basically saying to the game, okay, if my opponent kicks off first, I want to make sure that I don't get countered from kickoff. And then I got slow build-up play like that. Then the final formation, which you want to go over, is the 4-4-2. This is the one, if you're losing inside the game, I sometimes change to it. Like, the reason why I've not gone aggressive with this one, because sometimes if I'm up against a weaker player, let's say it would depend on your skill level again here, but let's say you're rank 1 player, most people are going to be weaker than yourself, but let's say you're rank 3 player, rank 4, you might find like 4 or 5 tough games. So if I know there's someone that my first 10 games I find they're going to be very easy, I might use a 4-4-2 first, just because I think I could stomp on my opponent. So I got 71 depth here. That's the auto press thing. It's very, very effective with the ball back. Width on 55. I manually use team press on the D-pad tactic for now. That's the way that I do it. I have fast build-up play, but you can use whatever you want. And chance creation, I was using DP and forward runs, but I kind of prefer balance on this. The reason why is because fast build-up play kind of makes you move too quick sometimes. And sometimes you just let AI do its own thing. So I've got unbalanced. 4-4-2 naturally is quite a wide formation, good for pressing. So we're wide on the pitch, high up the pitch. 7 players inside the box. And very important, everyone is on comeback and offense, because when you're pressing, you have to press behind the ball as a unit. So don't put anyone on stay forward here. Put everyone on stay back, because that way when the ball is over there, you press together as a unit. I think everyone knows that as the basics in football, but that's the reason why you don't put everyone on stay forward there. Stay central, you can put getting behind. In fact, they should be on getting behind. Stay central for both strikers. Come back and offense, get it behind for the wingers and get into the box for cross. Both centre mids, for now we left them on stay back. Stay back and cover centre. Don't know why this changed again. Let me just move this around quickly. So as I said, of course, Labonta will get subbed off. But stay back, come back. I'll normally sub on maybe a more attacking player. So maybe I'll put like a winger here. And then I'll put this player on get forward. So at least that way, if you're inside the game and you're losing 1-0 and you're trying to chase the game, you don't want to end up going 2-0 down. So that's why you want that stability of at least having one player on stay back. You can always make this more, if you're still struggling, you can always pause the game, make it more attacking. Left back, right back, stay back, and overlap. And that is the weekly tactics update. I'll have a new one every single week. This is how it's basically working. So what I'm doing actually is I'm doing it like this. I'll quickly show you a quick sneak peek. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going like this. Then I'm putting like that. This is the way that I'm setting up. So she's got 1 chemistry, which is fine. She's a very good player now. She doesn't even need any more chemistry, to be honest. If she had 3, even better, but I can't. But it's the best I can get for chemistry. Then what I'll do is Lorenta would go on for her, and then Sonnet would go on for Lawrence. So Lawrence then plays left back, and that's the way that I set it up. But anyways, that's the weekly tactic update. If you wanted this tactic earlier, by the way, you can come to my Patreon series where I upload my weekly tactics earlier before anyone else. It's a perk, but of course, with the other videos as well, patreon.com/no guys, links down below in the description. And I'll see you for next week's weekly tactics. Let me know how you do find it. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any formations where you want to add in. Thanks for watching, and of course, catch you next time. Peace out.